Hello, Anastasia.
Hey, Ioana.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's investigative cycle. We are doing the 296th investigative cycle, the protocol number one. Anastasia does not know today's subject, as always. The investigative sessions that we do are composed of two parts. We have the fixed part with fixed questions that we cannot modify or deepen, and we have the second part, which is called the free exploration part, in which we will explore the answers that Anastasia will give in the first part. These investigative cycles are done in multiple languages, in multiple countries, and if you want to participate, you can send an email, to investigations@grifasi.com. You can also find all my contact details below in the description box of this video. And Anastasia, you can get ready, you can get comfortable. Let's go. On the count of three, connect to the energetic fields of the collectible doll known as Labubu and describe everything you perceive or visualize. 1, 2, 3.
I perceive the field being warm to the touch. And it's warm kind of to the physical touch, but also to the kind of visual perception on a subliminal level. I can feel this attraction to this object and it being kind of designed to keep the attention of others. And I feel this energy around it being built not only by its image, but also by, I can feel influences of other people. It's like a collective work, a collective energy. It's not only of this object. So it's not a singular energy.
Mm-hmm.
I can perceive like an energy of other people also that kind of give some type of message. But I feel it being designed to be very warm and kind of it connects easily with the brain and a not natural, kind of the instinctive way the brain works and is programmed.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of goes deeper than appearance and it goes into instincts.
Okay. Does this image of Labubu contain symbols or archetypes active on the subliminal level?
Yes, and it's exactly what it explains what I saw earlier. I can perceive kind of a hypnotic symbol that hypnotizes you in a way. Some kind of something similar to a spiral. That's I can perceive it in the eyes, but it's not like you can see it directly. It's something like that you see when, for example, you put a light next to an egg, maybe, or something translucent, and you can
Mm-hmm.
see the contents that it has inside. Something like that. Um,
What else do you perceive?
I can perceive that it's something that connects with younger people, especially. It's like, again, this it's related to the instinct kind of profile of a person. But is this harder to explain?
We
It's like,
will
yeah, I think I should
we'll
say
get back
it
to it in the
clearer.
exploration part. No worries. Is there an interaction between the energetic field of the person who owns a labubu and that of an object of the object itself?
Is that feeling of possessiveness, of attachment to a physical object, going on the influencing mostly the emotional body of a person. And again, I see it being possible because of that energetical field that I saw earlier, that is not only composed of what the object itself has, but also kind of the energies that have been put in it. And I see it being like through recommendations and through other like mental influences of people who recommend it, or people who make it more and more popular. It's like they're ingrained in this object, and they're um, kind of hugging it and layering it, and it all just becomes this attachment, not so only to the object, but to those specific energies. So the object is more like an instrument, like a physical instrument of that attachment. But what creates that attachment is really something else. It's not the doll itself.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Are there entities or energetic forces connected to the Labubu doll? Yes, no, or only partially?
Only partially came to me.
Tell me who they are and describe their appearance.
I can perceive humanoids mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And the appearance, I think it's clear, or should I say it?
Say, how do you perceive them right now in relation to this question? The ones that are connected to the Labubu doll, how do you perceive them?
I can perceive them kind of in a more messier look than they look usually, like neat and clean and kind of a sharp look.
Mm-hmm.
It's more messy. And I can perceive it like being playing theater, something like that. Like they're uh, transforming themselves to fit new desires that people have. They're kind of adapting to the environment. And with this doll specifically, it's like they're learning as well a new way of how manipulation can be done. It's like a new era of people and addictions in a way,
Mm-hmm.
and especially addiction to objects and this mainstream like usage of something that is popular or in trend. I see them adapting to this feeling that people feel towards these trendy things, and kind of using that in a way of thinking how can they create more of this maybe, or how they can use this to their advantage.
Okay. Now, on the count of 3, connect to the name pazuzu and tell me what you perceive or visualize. 1, 2, 3.
I perceive like the first image that I had is like a vineyard, um, like the branches um, of grapes, and this word, kind of the name, took me to something that has been growing for a long time, like a concept that is more of a generational thing. So it kind of grew from something else. And what I can see is uh, the beginning of it being like baby dolls, um, like doll kids, basically doll babies. I can see that being like the first concept that it started from. But also these kind of branches show its character of like wrapping around something really easily. And in this case, like wraps around a person's, again, this kind of ability to make their own choices and think for themselves. It's like creating this tunnel vision of how their life should go and how what things they should like, and kind of putting them in those frequencies. So they're not really uh, creating their own vibrational state. They're more aligning with a pre-existing vibrational state that can be artificially created or intentionally created, to keep a certain group of people under that state.
Sort of like a programming.
Yes, sort of like a mental control, but more on a emotional level.
Okay, do you perceive anything else about the name pazuzu?
No, for now, no.
Okay. Is there an esoteric relationship between pazuzu and labubu? Yes, no, only partially.
And to me, as a yes.
In what form or manner does this connection occur?
I can perceive it having the same creator, or the same like um say this manufacturing settings, something like that, like their base settings, the base concept is kind of started from the same point.
Very interesting. Do you perceive anything else about this connection? Pazuzu and Labubu.
What I can perceive is like I really see them like merging together. So I keep seeing a mirror. They're like mirrors of each other, but like coexisting at the same time. But what comes to me is like on different um, timelines.
Okay.
Like it's different temporal lines.
Okay. Very, very good. Has the Labubu doll been intentionally charged with specific frequencies, memories, or technologies? What do you perceive?
Vibrations, yes, frequencies.
Mhm.
And I think it correlates exactly with what I said
Exactly.
earlier. It's mostly about the frequency and not only of exactly, it has been charged with frequencies. So it's not the frequency that the object itself has. It doesn't have really something special besides the elements on it, but the frequencies have been implemented in it. So yeah,
Mhm.
frequencies. Technologies, I don't perceive any technology. It's more of a um, kind of people doing the work for themselves without the technology needed. It's
Yeah.
more of an emotional, mental thing.
Mhm. Okay. Are there any observable effects on the emotional and or mental body in subjects who interact with the doll? What do you perceive?
Again, what I perceive is this tunnel vision created. And really, I can't really tell you if it has to do with the mental or the emotional, but is this lack of individuality and of a connection with kind of your not only your intuition but like your preferences, if I can say it like that,
Mhm.
like kind of like just in general a connection with your own self. It has this effect of um, empowering in a way this tunnel vision and this attachment to the physical, attachment to what everybody else is thinking and not focusing on what you are thinking. So it's like trying to put you in a group and mm, make you feel like you belong in this group, but the group is orchestrated. That's like the whole point. And what I saw earlier, like the trying to put you in this vibrational, a certain vibration that is created.
Good. What is the esoteric nature of the viral interest and global spread of the collectible Labubu doll?
Mm. I can see it being the mm, just a second. It's like the layer of the entities who are in control of or who interfere like a certain a specific level of society. And I see it being like the domain that um, puts out these trends, these things that all people should follow. And it's people who who do have contracts for fame, and it's part of their contracts with entities, of having this gigantic fame, that when they kind of promote the product or just say that they are using it, it puts the people who follow that celebrity or whoever, uh, it influences the people to follow that vibrational state, and kind of isolating them into groups.
That was a great sixth part that we finished now. And so you perceive that people who sign a contract, a deal, commonly called the deal with the devil, they have it in their contract to promote products or, I don't know, ideas.
Yeah.
What is the consequence of the energetical consequence for the people who are listening to them, for the people who follow them, like really like obsessive?
It's just basically throwing you into mental control. It's again robbing you of your individuality, of your vital energy, of your creative energy. Um, it just really kind of metaphorically sucks the light out of you,
Mm-hmm.
because you're like this group of sheep, basically, that live by the same rules, or basically by the same aesthetics, or um, I don't know, concepts that the celebrity that you follow live by. It's
Yeah.
like this obsession. It's basically focusing on someone else's life so much that you don't focus on your own. And it's again this mental control, that if they do something, you do something. If they think something is cool, you think something is cool. So
You
it's really just I can see it really weakening the sexual body.
and the emotional one?
And the emotion, but mainly I can see the sexual being affected the most,
Why?
because they're not using their creative energy anymore. They just follow with their mental. The mental is so active. They just do with their mental. They follow. Um, they kind of let themselves be influenced. So their sexual body is just um, kind of
Not
melting,
not creating.
not creating, and it's really just suffering the most.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned in the fixed part that this doll, the Labubu, is an instrument.
Mhm.
That is very interesting. So, who do you perceive created this instrument?
I can see again that image of the branches of the how are they called? Grapes. And the
Mhm.
origin being like the baby dolls. I can see it being like a generational business, something like that. But the creator is the same. And I can perceive it being one of the blue blood families that is deeply uh, hybridized. So it's not really the people that are making them. It's through the ginormous influence of entities who are trying to experiment new ways of um, not only like conditioning people, trying to condition people, also divide them.
And you said that it was meant to, that these entities are creating this type of dolls to feel new desires. They adapt to the new population to feel
Mhm.
new desires. What are these desires?
I can feel this. It's kind of an unknown field. It's like the desire of something new, of something that you haven't experienced before, or that hasn't been experienced before either. It's like we reached the point where um, not a single experience feels unique or new. So here comes into play, um, instead of making things um, kind of perfect in a way, um, it starts a process of making things weirder, if it makes sense. It's
Yeah,
like starting to like they're hybridized people, you start to hybridize objects and to mix and twist things and to, I don't know, feel feel something that is unique that you haven't seen before, even if it's not necessarily pretty.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
like creating new standards.
Weird standards.
Weird standards, and like it's almost like expanding the field of influence that the entities have, because it expands the um
Acceptance of people.
yeah, the acceptance, and like the amount of things that people are familiar with. It's just like more and more things.
Mm, why is that? Do you perceive that there is a plan behind it, an agenda behind this to normalize weird things?
Yes, it's mm, again, what comes to me is the comparison um with movies or like TV shows, and especially like really eerie and not necessarily horror movies, but just like weird movies or TV shows. Uh,
Abstract.
yeah, abstract, that really insensitize people to even brutal things, or things that are grotesque naturally and don't or shouldn't really ignite pleasure.
Hmm.
It's like trying to insensitize people, because again, what it does is insensitize people towards each other, so the relationship between people is not the same, which creates conflicts, which creates derangements in a lot of energetical fields, and that inevitably kind of takes it to a weaker vibrational state of the person, so it's easier to influence them. That's kind of the same song, if I can say like that.
Hmm. You mentioned the vineyard again and disconnect from the agenda and connect again with Pazuzu. Um, so you, sorry, so you said that the first project was doll babies.
Hmm.
Why? Why baby dolls? What's behind it?
I can perceive it having the concept behind it of creating in small ways, but still creating a different life, living a different life, like video game. But it's more physical, it's more believable when it's physical. And it targets children because they're the most vulnerable and malleable in kind of perceptions. Yeah, what I can see it again is taking away the attention of someone from within to outside. So it's like creating scenarios with the dolls, or just wanting more time to play with the dolls again, or imagining yourself as the doll and creating scenarios from that. Yeah,
Yeah.
things like that, of that nature.
Yeah. And you perceived the connection between Pazuzu and Labubu in different timelines.
Mhm.
Give more details about this. Explain this, please.
It's like timelines that depend on the perspective of people, on the consciousness of people. It's weird because I see them coexisting at the same time. It's like almost two different realities that are happening.
Okay. How does this depend on perception? How do you
Mm.
another question before that one. How do you perceive Pazuzu? How does it look for you?
Mm. Mm, I didn't really perceive like mm, I don't know what it is, but what I'm perceiving is kind of like a weird. It kind of looks like a labubu, but it's not. I can see a more fluffier texture. It's almost like hairy.
Okay.
What comes to me is like hair,
Yeah.
like fur, something. Um, and what I can perceive is horns. Um, but I don't know if they're on a physical level or subliminal.
Read his DNA. Read Pazuzu's DNA and tell me the first thing that comes to
Draco, from the beginning.
you.
It's what I could perceive, and what I keep perceiving is that animal. How's it's called? It's like a goat. A goat.
A goat.
That's what I kept perceiving, and that's what it gives me as an image. Even that fur that I saw, it's really similar to like goat fur. It's like long and brown. Not really
Okay.
long, but more like that. But yeah, the goat image is predominant.
Okay. So that being said, you perceive that there is a connection between the Draco and the Labubu. They coexist at the same time. They merge together. They have the same creator, the same intention,
Mhm.
but the timeline they're on depends on someone's perception. What has to be someone's perception to perceive pazuzu, if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I can perceive this pazuzu.
Yeah,
It's a weird name.
it's a funny name for a Draco.
It's a really funny name. But I can perceive it being more like a mental thing. I I don't really perceive it physically, really.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, hmm, what the perception of a person should be.
Or just explain to me the different timelines.
Mm-hmm.
Disconnect from the perception. Just explain how they can exist on different timelines.
So this pazuzu timeline,
Yeah,
um, I can perceive it being more um rural, like more like a village type of
yeah.
um life, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
It's like I perceive things more simple than they are currently in the world.
Can we say more ancient?
Yeah, more ancient, exactly.
Hmm.
Um, and this Labubu, I can perceive like everything being shiny and modern, and that one is really different, but the concepts are the same.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, very, very good. Now, tell me, because we discussed that the Labubu doll has been intentionally charged with specific frequencies and vibrations. With what type of frequencies and vibrations has it been charged with?
Um, I can perceive the vibration of tears comes to me, like tears, teary eyes. Like it almost makes me want to cry. Um, it's a vibration of, describe it's like a fear of missing out.
Mm,
Um, almost like just 1 second, the world will come to me. Um, earning, no, not earning, like
it's okay. Tears, fear of missing out.
fear of missing out and like, no, I think the word is earning first. You know how like you earn for someone,
Yearn for someone
yearn for someone,
with a Y. Yeah,
like you,
like you
yeah,
crave.
exactly. You craze like when you earn for someone, like in a romantic way, you can earn for something. It's
Yeah.
like that way, like craving something.
So it creates a need.
Yes, exactly. That need, that fear of missing out, that
Yeah.
feeling that emptiness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. We still have a couple more minutes, and I'm really curious about something. So now, Anastasia, disconnect from everything and find a child, 5, 6 years old child, who sleeps with the labubu at night.
Yeah.
What do you perceive? He's in his room or not? Where is he? How old is he?
It's a girl
It's a girl.
around 4 years old in a dark room sleeping
Hmm.
under a blanket. But what I can perceive about it is her dreams.
Okay.
It's really not only violent, but also sexual dreams. It's
Okay.
weird. It's like a different dimension. But I can see like a red environment. Um, in some cases, it's like a war field. In some cases, it's like really inappropriate scenarios for a
Mm-hmm.
child. But it's not her own dreams.
How are observe from the exterior, right? From the room, choose a place, a point of observation in this room, and
Mm-hmm.
observe energetically the girl.
I can perceive her field being really filled with agitation.
Mhm.
Her emotional body is dysregulated. Her mental body is like very fiery, like very hot, overstimulated mental body.
Mhm.
But I don't see it being only from the Labubu, it's like from technology, from
Yeah,
day-to-day life, like activities.
yeah.
And what I can see is like a couple of entities like floating around her space and like blowing towards her.
What are they blowing towards her?
Like they're blowing, it's almost like they're blowing frequencies that are of a lower grade, like lower frequencies, uh, trying uh, to get to her space. Mhm. It's weird because they don't really mm, they don't really go into her space, but somehow there is a connection through that doll, through the frequencies of that doll.
Does the doll influence and influence the dreams?
Yeah, the frequencies of the doll.
Okay, so it's the doll, not the
Hmm.
entities around.
Yeah,
Are the entities around connected to the doll in any way?
it comes to me that yes, they are.
Okay,
And I couldn't figure out if they are blowing at the girl or blowing at the doll.
it doesn't
The,
matter.
yeah.
Now, advance the time until the girl wakes up and, just starts the day.
Hmm.
How do you perceive her?
She's not really recharged in energy.
Hmm.
I can feel her being drained, like not energetic at all, like a kid.
Hmm.
More mentally focused, so not really living through all the bodies. I can see there being like a filter, living through the mental filter, and really like an overstimulation of the mental. It's like she feels in an isolated bubble, but only on her head, kind of.
Yeah, okay. Now observe this girl in 10 years when she is 14 now. How do you perceive her bodies? How do you perceive her?
I can perceive addictions. She has a few.
Hmm. At
Um,
14,
yeah.
what kind of addictions?
I can see a smoking addiction, an addiction to technology, really, really disconnected from the subliminal part,
Mm-hmm.
not really in touch with herself. And I can see that there is a lack of empathy and emotional sensibility in her.
Okay.
So that's the main things.
What's her relationship with her parents?
Not great, really. Um, but it hasn't been really kind of present throughout her life. So it's like something normal for her.
Okay.
So the parents weren't really involved.
Okay. Now return to when she is 4 years old, but when she got the Labubu,
Yeah.
the day before she gets it, the day
Mm-hmm.
before she gets it. How old is she?
Or
4. Okay. Now introduce ourselves to her, make sure she can see you,
yeah,
and tell her that we are traveling and that we discovered some information about her and about this doll that she is about to have. Tell her we come from the future. And this doll that she's about to have, we have some information. And you can transfer this information to her if she accepts.
she did.
Okay. Telepathically transfer her everything that we saw in this investigation and especially everything that we saw about her and this doll.
Yeah.
Okay. What is her reaction?
The subliminal part is like, oh, I knew it. Oh, I knew it's gonna come at some point. It's like the subliminal part has had some experiences, so it's not really unexperienced. And
Can
it,
I talk to the subliminal part directly?
yeah,
What's her name?
Felicia.
Felicia. Okay. Anastasia, let me talk to Felicia. Hello, Felicia.
Hello.
What do you think about labubus?
Just another physical thing.
I hear you have plenty of experiences,
You gotta be careful with them. But oh well.
but we saw, you saw what we saw.
Well, now, yes.
Okay. How will you live your life without this labubu? What's your plan for this life?
I'm gonna be more careful, honestly. Just, I don't have I don't really have the energy for this. I wanna
For
focus on other things.
okay. Good luck. Thank you, Felicia.
Thank you.
Disconnect, Anastasia. Disconnect. Disconnect. Okay. Cool. Now disconnect from the girl and from this situation. Do you perceive anything else, Anastasia, about the labubus?
No.
Okay, very well. Now I will count from 1 to 3, and at 3 you will be fully into the present moment. Hello.
Hello.
I don't have the
I have
teeth.
a cat here.
Okay. Wow. How do you feel? How was it for you?
Should I dare to say, what an interesting subject again?
I was trying to avoid this. Okay, what I find very interesting, and I insisted a bit on the pazuzu situation because I knew you didn't know the
What
subject.
is it?
It's a demon. Well, demon. So it's people are saying, because I read on the internet, so people are saying that Labubu is pazuzu or something like that. Like there's a connection between
Okay.
them. And yeah, you can Google it. It also appeared in the movie The Exorcist.
Oh, now the goat makes sense.
I don't know. I don't like horror movies, but if you people who are watching us, if you like horror movies, you can
Yeah,
watch The Exorcist and
I
you
don't
will
know
find
if I said
pazuzu.
it, but like it was like a satanic goat, like not
Oh,
like the animal, the cute animal.
I thought about the animal, the goat.
Oh,
So
um,
pazuzu,
yeah.
they say that is a demon in ancient Mesopotamian mythology associated with the plague, which is not fun, and also kind of associated with Labu. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this investigation. I did. We did. Thank you so much for watching us every week, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye bye.
Buenos días.
Dzień dobry.
Bienvenidos a este primer vídeo de Disclosure en español y polaco.
Bardzo Was serdecznie witamy na tym nowym wideo, które będzie w języku hiszpańskim i polskim na kanale Disclosures.
Vamos a producir mucho más vídeos en futuro como estos vídeos informativos.
W przyszłości stworzymy dużo więcej takich wideo, które będą Was informowały o różnych rzeczach.
Porque estamos notando que cuanto más se va divulgando este trabajo, estas hipnosis por internet, también cuanto más mala información se está difundiendo.
A to dlatego, że zauważyliśmy, że im więcej wstawiamy sesji z naszymi hipnozami, tym więcej jakby informacji sprzecznych zaczyna się rozprzestrzeniać.
Y entonces hoy vamos a hablar de las sesiones investigativas.
Więc dzisiaj będziemy mówić o sesjach badawczych.
Porque estoy viendo que hay personas que a lo mejor se dedican a una sesión con una persona, se van a algún lugar, preguntan algo y lo poco de información que pueden extraer de una sesión se lo creen como si fuera oro, completamente puro oro.
Bo zauważyłem, że są takie sesje i takie osoby, które robią jedną sesję z jedną osobą na dany temat i kiedy wychodzi tam jakaś informacja, to jest ona odbierana jakby to było rzeczywiście coś niesamowicie wiarygodnego, jakby to było czyste złoto.
Yo os digo que la sesión así dicha investigativa no existe.
Ja chciałbym Wam powiedzieć, że sesja badawcza tak naprawdę nie istnieje.
Entonces podríais como preguntar, entonces cuando haces una sesión a un cliente y preguntas cosas, ¿por qué preguntas?
Więc mógłbyś mi zadać pytanie, więc skoro robisz jakąś sesję z jakąś osobą i zadajesz jej pytania, to właściwie po co je w ogóle zadajesz?
Sí, sabemos que la información en hipnosis está muy, pero de verdad muy contaminada.
My bardzo dobrze wiemy, że informacja, która wychodzi podczas hipnozy jest niezwykle, ale to niezwykle zanieczyszczona.
Y esa información, así como sale de la hipnosis, no podemos tomarla como conocimiento, como investigación.
Więc takiej informacji, która wychodzi podczas sesji hipnozy, nie bierzemy nigdy jako takiej informacji, która jest rzeczywiście bardzo prawdziwa, zgodna z prawdą i oczywista.
En el caso de sesiones a clientes, la información que sacamos nos sirve por otro objetivo. El objetivo es llegar a la causa de su problema y trabajar.
Te informacje, które uzyskujemy podczas sesji dla klientów, służą nam zupełnie do czegoś innego. Celem jest to, żeby znaleźć przyczynę i pracować nad nią.
Pero ¿qué significa que la información está contaminada? ¿Cuánto está contaminada y por qué?
Ale co to właściwie oznacza informacja zanieczyszczona? Kiedy jest zanieczyszczona i dlaczego jest zanieczyszczona?
Hay que saber que cuando nosotros pedimos una información y nos llega a través de una persona en hipnosis, esta información sale de una fuente, para así decirlo, y atraviesa muchas dimensiones, muchas densidades.
Kiedy prosimy o jakąś informację podczas sesji, to ta informacja, powiedzmy to w ten sposób, pochodzi z jakiegoś źródła, ale w międzyczasie przechodzi przez wiele gęstości i wiele wymiarów.
Y también pasa por conciencias, por inteligencias. Esa información viene atrapada en el éter por varios seres.
Ale ta informacja przechodzi też przez wiele umysłów, wiele świadomości, istnieje w eterze i może być przechwycona również przez wiele bytów.
Estos seres, estas inteligencias, pueden voluntariamente o involuntariamente distorsionarla.
I te byty, te istoty lub świadomości mogą ją zniekształcić świadomie lub nieświadomie.
Y además, la persona que está en hipnosis tiene sus creencias, su mentalidad, sus perspectivas, sus opiniones. Esta estructura mental contamina también esta información.
A co więcej, osoba, która jest w stanie hipnozy, ma swoje własne przekonania, swoje własne wartości i wierzenia, swoją własną mentalność i przez tą właśnie strukturę całą mentalną również może dojść do jeszcze kolejnego zanieczyszczenia.
Y además, si nosotros queremos investigar, por ejemplo, una persona o un ser que no tiene ninguna conexión con el ambiente hipnótico donde estamos trabajando, esta persona puede no autorizar la salida de informaciones de sí mismo.
A co więcej, jeśli połączymy się z jakąś istotą, która absolutnie nie należy do tego środowiska hipnotycznego, w którym pracujemy, taka istota może nie zgodzić się na przekazanie informacji.
Si hay interacción, si hay interferencias entre un ser y otro, es posible que circule información por las conexiones, por los pactos.
Jeśli jest jakaś interferencja między dwoma istotami, to wtedy dzięki tym paktom, albo przez te pakty, przez to połączenie, które istnieje, rzeczywiście wychodzą informacje.
Pero si en aquella sesión en concreto ese ser o esa persona se va a cuestionar y no hay ninguna conexión, es muy improbable que llegue una información autorizada.
Ale jeśli zdarza się tak, że łączymy się z istotą, która nie ma z tym nic wspólnego, to jest bardzo mało prawdopodobne, że dostaniemy jakąś informację.
Entonces, imaginemos que queremos investigar sobre un personaje famoso de la historia.
No, na przykład wyobraźmy sobie, że chcielibyśmy otrzymać informację o jakiejś osobie niezwykle znanej, historycznej.
Si no tenemos de alguna manera alguna conexión con los elementos del ambiente hipnótico y esta persona, aunque no esté conectada, no autoriza esta información, pues no llega.
Więc jeśli wyobrazimy sobie, że ta osoba nie jest w żaden sposób połączona z tym środowiskiem hipnotycznym, w którym pracujemy, może się tak zdarzyć, że absolutnie nie zezwoli na żadne przekazywanie informacji na swój temat.
Y cuando pasa esto, hay siempre o casi siempre alguna entidad que se aprovecha de la situación.
I kiedy to się dzieje, zazwyczaj pojawia się jakiś byt, który wykorzystuje tę sytuację.
Se puede presentar con la supuesta identidad de la persona o del ser que estamos buscando, o puede de todas formas modificar o inventar una información por su cuenta, por su personal ventaja.
Może zrobić dwie rzeczy. Albo przyjąć, zidentyfikować się z osobą, o której chcemy zrobić tę sesję, przyjąć jej tożsamość, albo zmienić informacje, które chcielibyśmy otrzymać, tak aby to działało na jej korzyść.
Nosotros en sesión a clientes podemos trabajar porque el cliente nos autoriza a trabajar en su sesión.
Podczas sesji dla klientów możemy pracować nad takimi informacjami, bo otrzymujemy zgodę na informacje właśnie dzięki temu klientowi.
Y podemos trabajar con sus seres queridos, por ejemplo, o con los seres que interfieren con ella, propio porque hay estas conexiones.
I możemy pracować na przykład z istotami, które kocha ta dana osoba lub z bytami, które w nią ingerują właśnie przez to połączenie, które tam istnieje.
Entonces, hay una gran diferencia entre la sesión a un cliente para solucionar sus problemas y hacer sesiones para investigar.
Dlatego istnieje taka duża różnica między sesjami, które robimy dla klientów, aby rozwiązać ich problemy, i między sesjami takimi poszukiwawczymi, badawczymi.
Por eso digo que no existe una sesión investigativa.
I dlatego właśnie Wam mówię, że nie istnieje coś takiego jak sesja badawcza.
Lo que existe es un protocolo de sesiones de investigación.
To, co istnieje, to pewien protokół sesji badawczych.
Hay que seguir un protocolo y hay que seguir ejecutar unas series de sesiones y con personas diferentes.
Więc trzeba zawsze śledzić ten sam protokół, a jednocześnie wykonać wiele sesji z różnymi osobami.
El protocolo tiene que ser único, unívoco, porque hay que preguntar en un tema las mismas preguntas para ir en la misma dirección.
Ten protokół powinien być zawsze taki sam, ponieważ należy zadawać takie same pytania, tak aby iść zawsze w tym samym kierunku.
Cuanto más está restringido ese espacio de investigación, cuanto más podemos tener más probabilidad de tener buena información.
Im bardziej zawężamy obszar naszych poszukiwań, tym bardziej prawdopodobne będzie, że otrzymamy dobre informacje.
Sí, podemos también aumentar ese espacio, pero tenemos que aumentar proporcionalmente el número de sesiones por hacer.
Możemy oczywiście rozszerzyć ten obszar, ale wtedy będziemy zmuszeni również rozszerzyć ilość tych sesji.
Luego, cuando tenemos una grande serie de sesiones, pero estamos hablando de centenas o hasta de millares de sesiones.
I wtedy mówimy o olbrzymiej liczbie sesji, od setki po tysiące.
Tenemos que recoger toda aquella información que es común a todas o a casi todas estas sesiones hechas.
I wtedy musimy pozbierać te informacje, które są wspólne dla wszystkich bądź prawie wszystkich tych sesji.
Esta información común vais a ver que es un porcentaje muy pequeño con respecto a la totalidad de la información.
I zobaczycie, że ta informacja wspólna będzie naprawdę niewielkim odsetkiem tych informacji, które się tam pojawią.
Son pepitas de oro.
To są takie malutkie ziarenka.
Es como si nosotros vamos a un río, vamos a coger este filtro, vamos a coger muchísima arena para recoger solo muy pocas pepitillas de oro.
I można to przyrównać do poszukiwania złota, kiedy filtruje się dno rzeki, zbiera się mnóstwo piasku, a na koniec pojawiają się maleńkie ziarenka złota.
Esa sí que es información de oro.
I to jest właśnie ta informacja złota.
Si hoy podemos decir que hay seres que interfieren bastante con el ser humano y que tienen formas de animales reptiles o de animales a forma de insectos, etc., es porque todo esto sale desde que se empezaron las sesiones de hipnosis y hay muchísimas, millares y millares con esta información común.
I jeśli dzisiaj możemy powiedzieć, że są ingerencje, które przybierają formy albo reptilii, albo jakichś insektów, to dlatego, że takie informacje wychodzą od początku naszych sesji hipnotycznych i są wspólne i jest ich tysiące.
Pero si yo digo que en la ciudad de Nueva York en el 1452, exacto en aquel punto, había una casa que vivía un viejo que se llamaba Tom, pues solo en aquella sesión ha salido y cuanto más contaminada puede ser, no lo va a saber nadie.
Ale jeśli chciałabym powiedzieć, przekazać taką informację, że w Nowym Jorku w 1452 roku stał taki a taki dom, w którym mieszkał taki a taki starszy pan o imieniu Tom, to nie mam pojęcia, jak bardzo zanieczyszczona będzie ta informacja.
Así entonces se hace investigación. Es un trabajo muy largo, muy duro y tiene que ser hecho con un protocolo riguroso i severo.
A więc właśnie w taki sposób należy robić sesje badawcze. Jest to proces bardzo długi, ciężki i który wymaga bardzo restrykcyjnego protokołu.
Y entonces, por esto que nosotros ya vamos a empezar a hacer ciclos de investigación.
I właśnie dlatego zaczniemy teraz robić takie cykle badawcze.
La estructura del team, que cada vez va creciendo siempre más, y el número de clientes que cada día contactan con nosotros, nos permiten organizar estos ciclos de investigación.
I ponieważ struktura naszego zespołu cały czas się powiększa, a także liczba klientów, którzy kontaktują się z nami każdego dnia, te czynniki pozwalają nam na to, żebyśmy zrobili taki cykl badawczy.
Creo que ya he dicho todo, o casi todo. Cualquier pregunta podéis escribirla en los comentarios del vídeo o donde sea publicado el vídeo.
Myślę, że powiedziałem wszystko, bądź prawie wszystko, a jeśli macie jakieś pytania, to proszę zadajcie je pod tym wideo.
Gracias por vuestra atención.
Dziękujemy za Waszą uwagę.
Y gracias a ti, Milena.
Gracias a ti, Kalo. Dziękujemy.
Chao.
Ciao.